Today I'm going to be talking about two very commonly used shotguns for waterfowl hunting, and at the end of this video I am going to give my opinion on which of the two you should get. Hi, my name is Elliot and this is Freelance Duck Hunting. We are public land waterfowl hunters. If that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because I'm videoing every single hunt that we go on, and I've done so for the past 3 years. So let's go ahead and get on to the topic of conversation. This video is going to be a side-by-side review of two of the most commonly used shotguns for waterfowlers. Now, these are pump action shotguns, and if you are looking for a beginning level, or if you just have a low budget and you're looking for a reliable shotgun that you can get on a budget, both of these guns are going to be great options for you to choose. And I'm talking about the Remington 870 and the Mossberg 500. Now, both of these shotguns go way back years and years and years. And from my research, these are the two most commonly used guns over the past 40 years. Now, let's start with the Remington 870 because it actually was produced before the Mossberg. Now, the Remington 870 came out post-World War II. It debuted in 1950, and it was made with the mass production techniques learned during World War II, and this was how they were able to reduce the cost. You can purchase the Remington 870 for anywhere from $350 to $380. You can get it at 26 or 28 inch barrel. The weight of the Remington is 7 pounds, 11 ounces. Now on the Remington, the safety is actually seated right behind the trigger. Now, comparing these with the Mossberg was introduced a little about 10 years later, 1960. The Mossberg offers a 24, 26, or 28 inch barrel. It's a little bit lighter than the Remington, 7 pounds, 2 ounces, and the safety is, instead of being behind the trigger, is actually on top. Now, you can buy the Mossberg from anywhere from $300 to $350, so it's a little bit cheaper than the Remington, but they're very, very comparable. Now, I do have some personal experience with both of these guns. I started my hunting career shooting a Browning BPS, and I shot that up until about 19 when I really started getting into waterfowling. And then my father and I both bought Mossberg 500s, and I did have the 28 inch barrel. Now, I hunted that gun for about 20 years. Fumbles did not care for the Mossberg 500, and so we made a swap. I traded him my old Browning BPS for his Mossberg, so I actually had two. I had very little problem with the Mossberg 500 over those years, but the problem that was common on both Mossbergs I had is that the safety became jammed. First, it just became really sticky, and then it completely locked up on both guns right around the same time. Now, this happened at about year 15 of owning this gun, and when I contacted Mossberg, they took it free of charge and fixed the safety on both of the shotguns because it was a safety issue. But both guns I had that exact same problem. But other than that, I did not have a lot of problems until about year 22, 23. And what would happen with my Mossberg is I would shoot the first shot, and then when I pumped it, it would kick out the spent shell, and then the second shell would also kick that out too. So it was flipping them into a water, and I never could figure out why it was doing it. I swapped out parts, I bought new parts, I could never figure out, I could never get that to stop. But that gun ran for, like I said, 20, 25 years with very minimal problems. Now, the Remington 870 I have a little less experience with, but I do have some. Golden Boy used the Remington 870, as did his brother. Now, he loved this gun and he used it for several years. I know on season number 2, he started having problems with it not cycling properly, and he took it to a gunsmith. It was supposedly fixed. He got it back, and it continued to do the exact same problem. Now, I will say with both of these guns, you're always going to have a few people with gun problems, but the 870 and the Mossberg 500 are both known to be extremely durable and built to last. So I would say either one of these shotguns, if you are looking for a cheap shotgun that you know is going to last you the next 15 to 20 years and you're not going to hardly have any problems with them at all, either one of these is a good choice. So I guess here it is. I'm going to tell you my advice to you. If you're looking for both of these guns, which one should you get, the Mossberg or the Remington. Very little differences, but I would say go with the Mossberg 500. Now, I'm a little biased because I shot it for 20 years, but I know firsthand that that gun was like a tank. In 25 years, I had very little problems with it. And from my research, you're going to pay about $50 less for a Mossberg than you are a Remington 870. So there you have it. That's my thoughts on the two guns. Both excellent, but I would say go with the Mossberg 500. If you have any questions or comments, or you disagree with me, if there's anything that you feel like I've missed on this, please feel free to put those comments down below, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But thank you for joining me, and don't forget to check me out on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Freelance Duck Hunting, or Fellowship of the Duck Guns, and also on Instagram at Freelance Duck Hunting. Thank you.